Good afternoon, good evening. We had an actual tragedy happen today, and I'm gonna start off in a light accent, that way it doesn't seem like it's the most amazing or awful thing that's happened recently. But with the tragedy of the killing and murder of an icon in the Christian community and the conservative community, it is sad to see that Charlie Kirk has been murdered. That's sad. It really is. The worst part about it is the fact that people on the internet think it's okay and it's a good thing that he was murdered. The man stood for nothing but making Americans bitter. He wanted you to stop giving your body out and stop having sex for no reason. And people thought he was trying to be controlling and trying to get you to stop having fun. Man, have all the fun you want. Wear a condom. Put it as a plan B. Make it so you don't have to have an issue of, wow, I don't actually like this person, but I'm pregnant by them, and now I have to have this kid. Or I kill it. I don't believe in the killing of innocent babies. Never will, never have. And I genuinely hope that the people on the internet are able to, turn their life around. I've seen too many videos today about, man, it is such a good thing that he passed away. What do you mean it's such a good thing he passed away? A man who did nothing but care about his family and his life and make sure that people in America can see, hey, we have a great life. Compared to the rest of the world, we have an amazing life. And we sit here and bitch and complain about the great things that we have in the world and all the freedoms that we're given. And yet somehow, some way, his only thing was, might as well use your freedom. Might as well use your freedom properly though. Everybody has the rights to guns. Everybody has the rights to all the situation. A lot of the things he said was, he was big on guns and being able to have them. And that it's not the person, it's not the gun, it's the person that's causing the issue. And we've seen it consistently over and over and over and over, that it's different people and they're all mentally ill and they follow one side of politics. And it's very clear to see that it's obviously not the gun. The gun didn't do anything. The gun was just there. The person could be there. The gun could just sit there and not do shit. Couldn't do nothing by itself. But when there's a bad person who has mental ill issues, who think that it's okay to just kill somebody just because they don't agree with them, that's when we have a problem in America. A massive one, because every day people die. Recently there's been so many mass shootings, and yet we sit here on our high horse and we're like, yeah, it absolutely has to be the weapons. But it's not. It's our lack of mental health help. It's the fact that we have so many people in the world who go through all these mental health issues. Hundreds and thousands of people dealing with mental health issues on a daily basis, and yet somehow, some way, it's always a fucking liberal who's shooting people up. We've not seen a Republican mass shooter in well over 2 years. But we've seen, 13, 14 different mass shootings done by trannies. I know, you can't do the fucking math, but I can. 1 plus 1 absolutely equals 2. But the whole problem for the Liberal Party was that guns were the issue. But it's the person. You know how many people have guns? My roommate lives just down the hall from me, has a beautiful pistol, never once used it on a person. My other roommate, another beautiful pistol, never once used it on a person. My family, Hal has guns, never once has shot a person. Never once has even needed to use it, just in case. It's always there just in case someone does think that it's their right to infringe on your freedom. And yet somehow, some way, we continue to say it's the fucking gun. That's the problem. There are guns in every fucking state. Every city. But yet, there's not mass shootings every state, every city. It's select places where there's not a lot of mental health help, and there's a group of people who are marginalized would be the right word for it. And they don't get the respect they need, they don't get the care they need, and they end up becoming mentally ill and think that just because someone disagrees with them, they deserve to die. No one deserves to die just for differing opinions. I think that's a very simple thing. I should never ever have to fucking say that. Just because we have differing opinions doesn't mean I should die. I don't believe abortion should be happening. But it's because I think that everybody should just stop having sex. If you don't want to fucking have a kid, don't have sex. Super simple. If you don't want a gun, don't buy one. Super simple. I don't know why that's such a fucking hard thing. I live my life by the rules that God set for me. I don't harm people. Thou shalt not cheat, thou shalt not kill, thou shalt not steal. Don't do any of those things. I might, smoke a little marijuana from time to time, I've been hit by a car multiple times in my lifetime. I'm only 22. I got a lot of pain. Sometimes you need to fucking relax. God was sitting there sipping on wine. I mean, not God, but Jesus was sitting there sipping on wine. If Jesus can sip on wine, I can sip on my little cart. Alright? So if anyone has a problem with how I choose to live my life, you can come suck my cock. Alright? So, the first thing, most prominent thing, I think is an issue in this country is just the simple fact that we don't have understanding of each other's views properly. Like, your views on abortion are, if she doesn't want the kid, she shouldn't have it. My views on abortion are, abortion shouldn't be used as birth control. I think birth control should be universal and anybody should be able to use it for free. Both genders, if they end up making male birth control, I think anybody should be able to have access to birth control, no problem, no insurance needed, nothing. But I also don't believe that we should be sitting here just laying up, having sex, letting anybody nut in us, and thinking that it's okay. That, oh yeah, I'm just gonna have fun, just have some fun, be young and dumb. Man, I've been young and dumb. But even when I was young and dumb, I bought Plan Bs and I wore condoms. I have no kids specifically because of it. Y'all are getting pregnant because you're not doing the extra steps to take care of yourself. You're only having fun and not worrying what the fun can actually do to your future. And now you sit here and your problem is all over the internet. Mate, she doesn't want this kid because the man left. If you weren't having sex and giving out your body, you wouldn't be pregnant, would you? And it's a choice to have sex. Unless, the only thing I can see that an abortion would be proper, if you're raped, if you're abused, that's about it. Or if you're a child, I think that's an understandable thing. Even then, as a child, depends. If it's a child on child, like with two children, two young adults, not even young adults, two young, kids, decide to have sex and they have a kid, and one of them gets pregnant, I don't believe that should be an abortion. I believe you should let the child be raised. They chose to make the mistake. Now they have to learn from it. Why are we sitting here making it so people don't have to learn from their mistakes? We're just making it so people get to go out here and make a million mistakes and then go to the abortion clinic and get rid of it. That's not fair to the world. That little baby did nothing to you. That little baby had nothing to do with the situation. Has nothing to do with the fact that you decided to lay up with a piece of shit. Nothing. All they are is a little thing in your stomach, little person in your stomach, just trying to make it to the world like how you were at one point. Would you have wanted your mother to abort you? Probably not. You think you love your life. I think I love my life. Would have never wanted my mom to abort me. But getting into the serious part of the situation, it really is disappointing to go on the internet and see that so many people are okay with this situation, are actually happy about this situation. I see too many blue-haired, pixie-haired, ugly individuals posting on the internet that they're ecstatic that he passed away and that he was shot in his neck. I'm not someone who's pushing for violence or looking to hurt anybody. I don't ever want anybody to deal with thinking that I'm going to cause them harm. But I think you people deserve harm. The fact that you can sit here and go on the internet and say things like this about a man who never did anything to you, only thing he had was differing political opinions. He was a loving father, a man of Christ, someone who believed America should be as strong as humanly possible and take care of its citizens, but not sit here and just give all our subsidies to illegal immigrants. And people think that's an issue. Another primary issue was the fact that he didn't want America just to give out free healthcare, free housing, free everything to illegal immigrants who didn't work to get here. It's okay if legal immigrants, people who passed all the tests, people who went through paying all the money to the lawyers, doing everything it took to get here properly, I have no problem with the government giving them handouts. They probably spent hundreds of thousands of dollars just to get to this country legally. They deserve a little bit of help in this country. They deserve a helping hand to start out. But the people who jump the border and choose to come here illegally, they don't deserve help. They deserve to be sent back to where they should be. And in other countries, they're jailed, they're killed, they are banished. They are literally put on a list where they can't even travel to any of the countries around that country for the off chance that they might choose to immigrate into there. Now, we don't do that. We send you humanely straight back to your home country of origin without any issues, on a flight, chilling. Now, are there definitely people and waiting for their situation to be figured out so that way they can know whether or not they're going to be sent back home or they're able to be released into America? There are people in camps that are having to wait. And I completely agree with the situation. You came here illegally. No, you have no rights here in this country. You have human rights. You don't have American citizen rights. Those are two very different things. Your human rights are the right to live. That's it. That's it. You're in a country you chose to break into, which is a crime. So you not getting due process or anything like that that's a positive. That's a positive for citizens. That's a waste of money for us. Giving you due process. That's our court system having to spend money. Our police officers having to spend money. Our lawyers having to spend money. Why would we do that when you came to this country illegally? You don't deserve the ability to fight your way out of it. You deserve to be sent straight back to where you came from, and you can figure out everything else there. But it has nothing to do with Americans. And for everybody who's another harp on issue was, I'm going to take a blinker. Give me a sec. Wow. Wow. All right. On another issue that comes up pretty often is the fact that Americans haven't condemned the actions happening in Gaza across the world. One, vast majority of American citizens not for the murder of children. Most of us are anti-abortion. Why the fuck would we be for the murder of innocent children by bombs if we're not for the murder of innocent children through lethal injection? Did you ever think about that? But there's something that we cannot do. Nothing we say or do matters. Governments of countries literally circling them, talking to them every single day, regularly, can't get them to stop bombing people. But you think my word on my Instagram is about to stop somebody from getting bombed? Are you fucking stupid? Sometimes I look at what you guys say, and I'm like, damn. Maybe, just maybe, some people in this world are actually fucking retarded. And I don't mean that in the way that it's dissing, mentally handicapped people. Because I'm somebody who grew up with a handicap. Am I older and a little more fast now? Yeah. But I was a little slow as a kid. All right. But as I got older, I understood. We can't do shit. We can't do shit. It doesn't matter what I say. I could sit here and post 1 million posts on the internet. You think that nigga who runs Israel is finna sit here and be like, Benjamin Netanyahu finna be like, you know what? That nigga Zay was right. We should stop bombing their ass. Oh God, we should stop bombing their ass. He's not finna happen. It's not finna happen. Nothing I say matters in this situation. So you guys go on the internet and saying that, Charlie Kirk was so mean about the bombings. It doesn't matter what he said. It doesn't matter. He's not a president. He's not even in Israel. He has nothing to do with this. He can't stop the situation. He couldn't have stopped the situation. Rest in peace, Charlie Kirk. He couldn't have stopped the situation, even if he wanted. Even if he went straight there and was like, you know what, you guys should stop bombing. They probably would have shot him in the face. Just like that fuck nigga did. But yet somehow, some way, we're supposed to be sitting here on the same side of a situation. But because you choose to spam posts and I choose to condemn them to myself, I'm the one who doesn't care about the situation. All your internet post is doing is making the people around you think you're cool. I know that it's wrong. I'm 100% aware that it's wrong in my heart, in my face, in my head, in every part of my being. I know what they're doing over there is wrong. But I'm not going on the internet to sit here and post, oh my God, I'm so tired of the bombings. Oh my goodness, it's so bad. We need to get together and hold hands and tell them to stop. That's not doing anything. I want real change. Y'all want internet change. That shit not the same. That's not the same. It's not the same. I want the governments around them to stop them. We're on the other side of the world. All these countries all right next door. I want them to say a word, them to make this stop. There's no reason that Israel should have the power to keep bombing all these countries when there's all these powerful countries literally right around them. All these countries could put a stop to this. But yet they choose not to, and they choose to make it America's problem. And now, since it's becoming America's problem, we're stuck with the people who live here, who know nothing about the situation, about what they're told on the internet, going in our faces and telling us that we're wrong because we don't go on the internet, and spam scream that they're wrong. Do you not see how retarded that shit sounds? Like, I want you to close your eyes and listen right back to what I just said. And be like, damn, that kind of sounds fucking stupid. Because it fucking does. It sounds stupid as fuck. It sounds so fucking stupid. Nothing I do posting on the internet is going to do a thing. Unless I go there and pop that nigga in his face, kill him, gone. Even then, I'll probably not even get out the country. But even then, it's still not going to change shit. The next person up, gonna keep doing the same shit. Pop that nigga. Next person up, gonna keep doing the same shit. Pop that nigga. Next person up, keep doing the same shit. Why? Because they've gotten it into their head that they hate them. And once you put in your head that you hate somebody or hate a group of people, there's nothing that another person can say, tell you, or anything to make you stop hating that person. Y'all have felt this in real life. You've met a girl or boy who disrespected you, treated like shit, told you you were nothing, maybe even started a fight with you. And you, in the back of your head, you hate them. Hate them more than anything. Even if they were to repent, you still want to kill them. You still want to fight again. You still want to make shit happen. You still want to rumble. I have that feeling every single day. Fuck that nigga Turner. To this moment, I want to kill that nigga. But it doesn't matter. I can't do it. I'm not going to jail. That's pointless. I'm not going to live that life. But to keep on going on and 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 on the internet about something that we can't control is just pointless. It's a waste of breath. Only thing you're doing is making yourself look cool to the people around you. No one in Israel sees your posts. No one in Gaza sees your posts. No one in Egypt sees your posts. No one in Tunisia sees your posts. No one in Iran sees your posts. No one in Qatar sees your posts. None of them. None of them. You are posting for the people around you and the people who follow you. That's it. That's it. Nothing else. You're not helping nothing. Everybody already sees. You post the same damn shit every day. Everybody sees. Everybody's already seen. They already see who you are, how you act. You're just posting for literally social construct. Nothing you're doing is actually helping anything. You're just wasting your breath. But because I don't waste my breath, I'm a piece of shit. Shame on you guys, man. I genuinely hope we can come to a conclusion that leads to everybody understanding that you can be on an opposite side and there's no reason for violence. There's just no reason for violence. You can be on one side of the country, have a problem with my side of the country, and there's no reason for us to fight each other. You can have a problem with what's going on over there, but you getting upset at me for not posting on the internet, that's not doing shit about the situation, that's not helping anybody. It's not. You're upset about somebody in your circle not posting something. They probably got the same followers as you, if not less. And then, not only that, it's not getting no views, not no traction, not going nowhere, not showing nobody nothing new. Everything is the same exact shit you just posted. You posted already, you done seen it already, everybody done seen it already, everybody knows about it already. All you're doing is spam posting the same shit, wasting your breath. We gotta just figure things out, because I'm kind of tired of these arguments on the internet. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't. It'd be different, very different, if you guys had like a valid point for your hatred on multiple things. For the abortion argument, your valid point is I should be able to do whatever I want with my body. Valid. Why not be smart? Get on birth control. Why not have sex? They sell dildos. They sell them. They sell dildos. They sell rose toys. They sell everything you could need to get a nut. You don't need to go and ride some dick and get came in and then get upset that you ended up having a kid, but you made the awful decision to go and have sex and let that nigga bust in you. And then didn't buy no plan B. What type of thinking ahead is that? You didn't even think at all. You didn't think. There's no thinking ahead of the situation because you didn't even use your brain once. You didn't even have a, man, I should probably not be doing this situation. You were just like, you know what, fuck it. Life's young. I'm young, YOLO, whatever. And then you ended up pregnant. And now you're like, it was such a bad mistake. Like, I shouldn't have done it, but like, no, I don't want the baby. You made that mistake. You had the decision. You had multiple choices. You could have been like, hey, put on a condom. Super simple. Hey, don't nut at me. Hey, when you're about to bust, pull out. Super simple. I do it every time. If I'm fucking with a bitch, I'm about to bust. I'm pulling out anyway. I want to butt on your face, so it don't even matter. Why are you letting that nigga busting you even with a condom? If you're so scared of having a kid and you don't want it, and you want to know, don't want to have to think about not having an abortion and being stuck with a baby. There's so many ways they're able to counteract these things, but you guys continue to choose to do the same things over and over and over and over and over and over and over again. That doesn't help you. It doesn't bring anything to your life. All it's doing is making you look like less than, making you look like a worse human being. Because you're saying, oh, that baby's life means nothing to me. What? You now sound like somebody who is insane. Oh, that baby life means nothing. I don't give a fuck about that baby. Fuck that baby. Now you look crazy. And all you had to do was not have sex. Or go use a condom. Or go fuck a dildo. Or go buy a rose toy. Or so many other options that you have than to go and have sex unprotected. And then not do anything else to stop the possibility of you having a kid. Instead, you choose to do everything like a fast dumbass. And then go and get upset that you get pregnant. And then go and use an abortion as birth control. But that's not what it's for. There's so many other forms of birth control that you're supposed to get through before you end up at an abortion. You guys don't do any of the pre and just go to the post. That's like going to the bar, walking in, being upset that you're there. Didn't pregame, by the way. No pregame. Just went to the bar, got upset that you're in, said fuck it, and left and went to the afters. And was like, damn, bruh, my time at the bar was ass. You didn't even do anything. Okay, low-key, that was pretty ass. Let me find another analogy. That's like if you were to go play basketball and decide not to stretch beforehand, and then you're upset that you don't play well in the game, and then you're upset afterwards that you hurt yourself, and now you're like, damn, if only I had stretched beforehand, I wouldn't have to go and sit here and have surgery. Damn, if you just stretched for 5 minutes beforehand, you wouldn't even have to go for surgery. If you would have just did any of the million different things instead of having sex with no condom, unprotected, you wouldn't even have to deal with the fact that you had to have surgery now and get rid of the kid. Super simple analogy. I'm not even trying to do too much. I'm not even really a do too much ass nigga. I'm more of a do nothing ass nigga. But I'm right now very much pissed off at the current situation because I'm seeing too many videos and pictures and images of this man who did nothing to nobody but try to make America better with a hole in his neck, and people are laughing at the nigga. Y'all are sick and twisted. And whenever I see you with them cuts on your arms sideways, I'm going to look at you and say, damn, that shit was just for attention. And you going to be mad about it. And I'm going to slap the fuck out of you if you try some shit. I don't give a fuck about none of that shit. End of the day, I'm still 6'2", fuck nigga. You got a problem with me? Come fight me. Show me you a bigger man than me. I can promise you ain't a bigger man than me. Damn, my fucking light fell. I can swear to you, you're not a bigger man than me. On everything I love, you're not a bigger man than me. Downstairs, upstairs, in the stairs, we can fight. Right now. Fuck you, bitch ass nigga. Weird ass niggas on the internet talking shit about Charlie Kirk. That was one of the nicest people I've ever met in my life. Most respectful people I've ever met in my life. Was having conversations with people who choose to go by other pronouns and abiding by them when he doesn't have to. He never once has to do a thing. He's doing that shit out of the kindness of his fucking heart. And y'all can't have no... I hope you niggas find this shit. Oh, God.